Okay, this is not the... Okay, this is not the way... I'm using my... Right, this is not the way I was expecting it to go at all. I don't know how... Right, hang on, Jay. Ending this stream, moving over to a new stream on another device, full stop. Oh boy, this has not been a great event. I'll open this Chrome here. I end the stream for that. There's only one person watching. I don't know how. So I've only got one person on this stream at the moment. Right, I just want to see if I can send the stream on here because. But bear with me, guys. Depending on how many people have popped in, because tonight has not been going very well. I just need to share the new link to the stream, but I just want to try and see if I can monitor on the Windows PC first. Right. I'll just mute that, but right, so yeah, so okay, I'll just wait for a few more people to build up first before I explain what is going on with this really live stream. But I'm actually using, of all things, my iPad to do this stream now, and I'm using my Windows PC to monitor the chats. I don't know how the audio is going to sound on here because the only external audio device I can use is my Booyah microphone. However, that is currently on my mirrorless camera, and it's a bit of a pain to take off. And I did not, I'm being honest, I absolutely did not expect the live stream or the anniversary celebration to end up in this way. And I've said to myself, thinking I'm a little bit off, so I'll just push that microphone aside because I'm not going to be using it. But I don't mind this camera perspective, but it does mean I'm going to have to keep looking down a lot. But anyway, I just got to deal with something off camera. Well, that should be much better. So, hello, I am Dick. Are you really though? Because your first name is A. Johnson. So, that would have been D. Johnson otherwise if your name was Dick. AJ. I don't know if this guy is being serious. Are you being serious or are you just trying to mess with me? The iPad that I'm actually using is a 2019. Well, it's a 2019 iPad Air, which was not the version I actually asked for when I got it for Christmas at the end of 2019. But it actually turned out to be better than the one I asked for. Right, so I just got to share the new streaming link. Copy link. For about 5 people. I don't think this stream is going to go as well as the last one did. Because of, I think you make your... Well, thing is, when everybody talks, their jaws move up and down. Because if they don't, I expect them to be talking like this. And that's what people's jaws, well, that's what people's voices would sound like if their jaws couldn't move. So, right, so, starting a new stream after encountering audio issues out of nowhere. Full stop. I'll just see how that one goes out. But I think that still wishing I could see you, Akon, and now I've got this bit back. No, actually, whereabouts are you based? Because I might be coming to you to think that my buddy didn't show some other stuff I would have found out about you. Let's see. I think so. Zach Scott. So, who is your buddy? Because I think I might have known them somewhere. Would their name be familiar to me? So this name is. So we've got 3 pumpkin emojis, 3 ghost emoji, 2 pause emojis, and an but you're going to BLFC. So I'm curious to know how that's going to go down because that is falling during the week. It's going to be going on outside of the weekend, which I know it kind of backfired, and a lot of people were understandably upset about that. And the other thing about BLFC is they are actually not requiring the wearing of masks, which kind of surprised me because I thought that they would still be requiring them, as American Furry Convention seems to be the only place in the world where masks are still required. Because I think even healthcare settings in America don't even require the wearing of masks. Because it seems that furry conventions are now the very few places in the country, and probably even the world, that still require the wearing of masks. Because I know that Anthrocon in July is going to still be requiring masks, and I feel like if other conventions in the country don't follow with what countries like FWA and BLFC are doing, Midwest Fur Fest, sorry, is going to be the very end of 2023, and I'll be shocked if they're still going to be requiring the wearing of masks, because it's not going to be a thing they're going to be able to enforce forever. And let me just state one thing. Okay, masks have played a crucial role in this pandemic. They do protect other people. They do help stop the spread of viruses and diseases, let alone COVID-19. But the thing is, right, we didn't need masks to stop people from getting sick. We needed masks to stop people from being hospitalised from COVID. We needed masks to stop people from dying from COVID. And we needed masks to stop hospitals and other health services from crumbling under pressure. But as we have moved into a later stage of the pandemic, the baton that stops those three things from happening has been passed on to vaccination. So without the vaccines or vaccinations, we would not be in the states we are in now, where we are seeing very few hospitalizations and deaths involving COVID-19. So that's exactly why, when I heard that the Pfizer vaccine was going to be approved for use, I was going to be straight up queuing to get it. But I think for my first dose I ended up getting in June 2021, and I waited about 20 minutes in line, which wasn't so bad actually. I think it was a slightly longer wait for my second dose, but all the doses after that, I didn't have to wait. I just got them from my GP. I didn't really have to travel very far to get it. It was actually just in a walking distance, thankfully. But annual vaccination. Actually, what was that comment I just got? Yeah, I won't. But yeah, the thing is, I was going to do, because a convention I do have my eye on in America is Further Confusion 2024. That's if I can afford it. If not, I'm gonna try and be going in 2025. But also, I really want to get to a US convention that I want to DJ at. And unfortunately, FWA is off of my list of cons to go to, because I actually sent them a demo, because the American dances tend to be a bit of a global outlier, I'd like to think, compared to other dances around the world, like the music that you tend to hear. Because I was going for something more piano house, something mainly involving piano melody, but they didn't accept me. And I know other people who've tried to submit demos for FWA who try to give something different, compared other than the usual stuff that you tend to hear. They end up getting rejected. So there were quite a few other people who I do know do something very different to what FWA usually offers. But yeah, they got rejected and didn't even get. And it's actually been a whole year since I last DJ'd anywhere, other than my own house, because I actually did make the final cut for Confuzzled coming up, which is really sad. And the weird thing is, they actually changed their standard for this year, and apparently House was the more dominant. So I'm very curious to see what actually got in at Confuzzled, to see did anybody actually do something very similar to what I ended up doing, because typically I started DJing Confuzzled in 2015. I did Confuzzled in 2018. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I DJ'd at Convulsed in 2018, 2019 and 2022. I didn't apply in 2017 because I didn't start doing DJing then. But those 3 years that I did apply for, I got in. But completely out of nowhere this year, I didn't make the final cut because I got the email saying the list of who was going to be DJing, and my name wasn't there. And what I thought was even more bewildering was not long after I announced that, I got a message from somebody basically inviting me to DJ at their room party. And I didn't know how to feel about that because room parties I don't typically do, mainly because I don't make time for them, and especially at Confuzzle because of reasons that oh god, hang on, I'll get back to your comment in a minute, Suka, but I don't do room parties at Confuzzle because of something that's typically in the hotel rooms that is not good for my own anxieties, and I'm so bad with them that I can't be in the hotel room without having any earbuds on or sound cancelling headphones. I won't comment on exactly why that is, because if it gets out to the wrong person, then I have a feeling that they're going to start taunting me and doing things that is not going to be doing any good for me. But let's see. CPH, if I ever decide to try doing cons again, I'd either choose Zuko, you've got to do ScotiaCon. I'm being clear. At Golden Leaves Con, I have actually heard good. Because where is Golden Leaves Con? Is that in Switzerland? That's usually one in Switzerland held around the autumn time. But ScotiaCon is one you really, really have to do. But the one thing was, I know I said something about the Premier Inn. That's a short walk across from where the main host was. However, this year the Premier Inn had this thing on the board that said furry convention. All furry headwear must be removed when walking around the hotel. And being honest, when I saw that, I was like, yep, thank Christ I'm not staying in that hotel, because I'm that dedicated to the magic that ruining the magic is not something that I've actually done in a public space or somewhere in the public eye. Because when you are in a public space, you are subjected to people, because anything furry related or fursuits are going to be completely out of the ordinary. And if it's out of the ordinary, or if you are doing something that's out of the ordinary, then you are going to be subject to people who will instantly click the record button. Because whenever I see something that's unusual, typically what I do is I just don't really think much of it. I just think, oh, that's interesting, and then just move on with my life. But what people tend to do is get their phones out, because I do remember at the Sossum Furs summer party, some people did have their heads off when walking back to the venue, and there was a girl who was probably about, I'm guessing she was 15, and she had her phone out like this, filming herself doing a selfie video, and she would pan her camera round to all of the headless fursuiters that she would walk past. And I know that the weird thing is, people have actually gotten defensive over that, because they are in a public place and they can do whatever they want. No. Just because you can do something in a public place, like for example, you can be a dickhead in a public place, but that doesn't mean you should be a dickhead in a public place. And I genuinely cannot believe that some of the stuff that people do, like just in general, just being dickheads, people get so defensive over that. And I'm like, why? I just don't understand some people. But yeah, Zuka, if you do get the chance, I just absolutely cannot recommend ScotiaCon enough. In fact, I would go as far as recommend it more than Confuzzled. Mainly because ScotiaCon's more my vibe, and being honest with Confuzzled, because of experiences I've had from both the Hilton and some fields of the convention of Confuzzled, I'm typically doubtful going into Confuzzle some years, where I think about Confuzzle, or Confuzzle is coming around the corner, and a lot of the time I'm thinking, do I really want to do this? But I have registered for Confuzzled this year, and I'm still going to be going regardless. But I'm honestly, with that saying CFC is too big for me anyway, so that's a little off the table. Well, I used to say the Confuzzled was quite a manageable size for me, but Confuzzled has now gotten to the point where they had to close registration because the venue has reached limited number, because the venue it's held at is only allowed a certain amount of people, which means the Confuzzled is only allowed a certain amount of people to register for the convention, and Confuzzled managed to reach that limit. So, from the way this has gone, this is going to be the biggest Confuzzled to date. And if I'm being honest, that's what makes me so nervous about it, because of the size and scale that Confuzzled has gotten to. I'm honestly a bit nervous, but if I'm being honest, as much as I hope that Confuzzled do move to somewhere away from the Hilton, because the Hilton, don't get me wrong, it is a nice venue, and the surrounding area is quite nice, but in terms of certain aspects of the hotel for me that are not good for my own anxieties, and because of how the Hilton has previously operated around the convention in some places, I might need to get some fluids down me in a little bit. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm really hecking nervous, because with how big, actually there is one other event that is happening. So hello to Foxy Fan 13. Thank you for joining in. But there is one other smaller event. It's not really much of a convention, because the organisers didn't really want it to be a convention. But if you've heard of Furcation, well, that is a pretty good event, because it's different, because it's held at a holiday park rather than at a hotel, so you've got more wide open outside areas. But actually, Zuko, if you have heard of Furcation, I would give that a shot, definitely. Because with both ScotiaCon and Furcation, I would honestly recommend those two events to people over Confuzzled. Because there was also some circumstances, because I believe that my Confuzzled experience last year was actually way better than the one I had in throat's getting a bit dry. Way better than was in 2020. Oh yeah, you have heard of Furcation. That is one I would also suggest checking out, because there's a lot of things that I've actually been able to do at Furcation that normally I wouldn't with other people, because of it being a hotel and the surrounding areas. It's actually quite nicely chill and lay back compared to other events. But actually, what I'm going to do is, because of the fact that I'm coughing a little bit, I might need to get a bit of a drink, because my throat is actually getting a bit dry. And is it normal to have your throat feel like it's got dust in it? So I'm just going to leave a quick comment for the chat. Am I actually logged in? Am I able to see that? Right. So be right back, comma. Just about to get a drink, full stop. Might be dry air in your room. I actually kind of need the air to be dry because of condensation building up on the window. So I do have dehumidifier boxes in the room somewhere. But hold that thought. I'll just be right back once I have gotten a drink. I need a new door because this is incredibly difficult to get out of. Right, so I'm back. As I was saying with Confuzzle, actually there is one thing about Confuzzle this year that I do want to touch upon. I'll get to that in a bit. But I've kind of had a bit of a bad cough all week, so I have been taking different medicines for it. But Sirius, hello there. How am I doing this evening? I could be doing better, but live stream issues, just a bit getting in the way. Actually, how many people are watching at the moment? So we've got 7 people watching, and I've been going on for half an hour on this iPad. And what's the time now? So it's I think yeah, kind of been feeling a bit bunged up, but I don't know why. I just got to hold that thought for a bit. Right. I'm having to take some stuff off camera because of just a thing. So, Sotix wants to say hi to me. To you, is there where is Sotix? Get him in here. It's a stream. If Sotix wants to say hi to me, tell him to come here. Sotix, where are you? It's like I didn't even make his photo album of ScotiaCon this year. Well, actually, I think that's the other thing. Because with I don't recall Sotix being at Confuzzle 2022, but he has done the past 2 ScotiaCons. Because I feel that that's the thing. He's at home. I tried to make him join, but he's too shy. No, tell him never to be shy. To say hi. Pass this message on. Pass this message on to Sotix. I thought that Sotix would have known this by now. Never ever be too shy to say hi. See, there you go. Ethan Droid just did it. I like your thirsty. What? Wait, what fursuit? Or what? What fursuit? I have no idea what you're talking about. But there is one thing that I did want to show off. Actually, I really want to show off something. And I'm kind of a bit too excited because it's something that I've wanted to pull off for quite a while. But actually, hold that thought, because while Zuko tries to persuade Sotix to come onto this stream, I'm going to go and get something very quick. I'll be right back. I used to get a new door because of the way the bed is. Either I get a new door or get a bed that's not as big. Well, technically, Raccoon Ghost, English is a form of British. But don't be afraid for asking, because I asked for questions. I got one. But basically, it might not look much, but this is what I have in mind for Confuzzled in 2023. So this isn't really going to be much, but basically it's just a sheet of silk fabric. And if I can, actually, I might have to just say, I might be a bit of a hassle trying to get this thing unravelled, but all this really is just a sheet of silk that's just a metre by metre length, and the actual reason I've got this is, hang on, I want to see if I can unravel it. I probably won't be able to, but you never know. I think I've done it, but yeah. I've only just bought this just basically to wear as a cape, because the theme of Confuzzled this year is Brock and the Multiverse, and it's going to be basically a celebration, a theme of all things comic book related, and of course being superheroes has given me the golden opportunity to pull off something that because when I saw the theme revealed during the closing ceremony, the heavenly gates started opening up. And yeah, this is quite big. I'm amazed how well it folds up into such a small package. There's something I want to do quickly. I'm not going to wear it like this. I'm going to turn it into a proper cape. I just want to see. I don't think I'm going to be able to tie this up, but because the plan is I'm going to make it. I'm going to be putting some pop buttons on this. Can I tie this up? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on camera, but actually, because of the width of my actually, I haven't actually got to see how the cape will actually look on me, but we tuck that over just a little bit. And also because of my curly tail, it's probably having a bit of an impact on the fit. Hang on. I don't think it's going to fit very well. Oh, we've got another. We got another Harry. In fact, I think I might need to come up with a superhero name for this, because, being honest, I really want to write a book about this, about the costume, a book involving the costume idea that I have in mind. Actually, hang on a minute. I have an idea. I do have something that will be able to hold this together. It should. Right, hopefully this works. I've got to unclip it, and then I might have to just clip it on just like no, I kind of messed up there. That was right. This should do the trick. I think I really need a mirror, because I can't really see very well what I'm actually. No, I don't think it's gonna. Do you plan? Serious, I will get to that. I will get to that in a bit. Actually, let's try. Because I need to put some push buttons on this. And I've just dropped the thing I was supposed to be holding it together with. Where's the hell is that? Oh, it's there. Now, has this worked? I think. Okay, it's not the neatest, but it'll. I think it'll have to do. Hang on, I'll just put this up, see where I can put this, so I can show you guys a lot better. Right, well, kind of looking a bit of a swing. I'm just trying to see if I can swing that round so it kind of see how it looks from the back. There's a bit of a delay going on the computer, so I can. So how does that look? It's very messy on one side, but how does it look? Oh, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I just need to swing. I need to swing this cake round just a little bit, but where's the? Right. Okay, so. To see how it looks from the back. I mean, it's not gonna. It will look better than this because it is a little bit high up as well. Because oh god, it's very high up. But it will be a lot lower than this because of just the modifications I need to do to it, so I can actually wear it as a cape. But that actually doesn't look so bad for now. Now, if I take these glasses off, because to match this, I actually like this, and hopefully I'm able to get it on, because this was actually a pain to try and get right, and it's a little bit of a bugger to try and fit on and get the alignment right because of the material and just the way it is. Sure as hell ain't it. I basically bought some vinyl, some fake leather from eBay to make this, and just bought some blue elastic to make this. How does that look? That probably isn't going to look. Press that again. How does that? Oh god, that does not look. Oh god, have I got it on upside down? I've got it upside down. No, I don't think I have actually. So let's see how that. It's a little bit. Also, how does this look? It's. I was thinking about maybe putting a bit of white. Actually, it's a bit of bunched up in the centre there. But I think you do kind of get the idea with this. Hang on. Custom tag for. Actually, this is going to be a bit of a doddle to try and get right, but it's I think maybe I should put a bit of wire in there so it holds together, but it's very awkward to try and put on. I think you kind of get the idea. Oh my god, it's actually a mess around. I think that's, for now, is about as good as I'm actually going to get, but you kind of... I'll just put the chair out of the way, but there is... But I haven't actually got the chance to see how this will look, but actually I'll put that down a little, try and put that down a little bit more, but, in the bid that it won't fall over like it just did, and then again. I think that, no. Right. Yeah, so this, I think you kind of get the idea of what I'm going with. But there is something missing. I just want to read the chat for a little bit, but okay, do you have a design? I don't really have actually anything designing. I don't have anything really to add to the mask. I kind of just want to keep it as it is, but there are a couple of things missing. There's one additional thing that's missing with this costume, and I want you guys to try and work out what it is. Well, I would say there's one other thing aside from that, but I just want to see. Maybe Cirrus is right. Maybe. But while I leave you guys guessing what is missing, I do want to show off one other thing that I guarantee will go with this. I just need to get it out from under my bed, because that's where I keep it. Or keep them rather. Actually, I'll just bring one of them out. But with this costume, I can't simply not wear these. These are some custom-made sneakers that were made by Lobito Works, and normally these would come at a smaller size, but I got these at custom spec to match the size of my paws. Now I'm not actually going to put these on because just for a little demonstration, it is a little bit. I got these because I needed shoes for my big paws. But I'm going to be here all day, otherwise getting these on camera, especially because. So that's one thing. So that's one thing that will go with this costume. But what's the other thing? Maybe a little psyche. I'll just forward the chat on my phone because it will be a lot easier. But there is one thing that people may expect from me, and it's one thing that people do associate with superheroes. And I see one person has got it right. I forget, how long have I been going on this video? 49 minutes, that's actually good timing. Actually, I want to ask Zuko, because Zuko should get this. One person in this chat is correct. But I want to see if, because I was expecting Zuko to get this in an instant. but he hasn't. I say hello to, okay, Lucky the Husky and Willie Softballs. Thank you so much for joining in. But one person has got it right. Something apart from these will be going with this. It is something that has a connection to superheroes. I'm still trying to make him come and say hi. Keep trying, buddy. But Zoku, you should get this. Zoku, have a guess what goes with this costume. Really think about it. What should go with this? Let's see what Zoku has put. I'm not going to say anything. I do keep. Okay, well, I just wanted to. Well, Sirius has got it right, and Zoku, you were right. I mean, let's face it, it couldn't be anything else. But I have been struggling to find something to go. I was trying to find the right colours, that's something that matches my blue, and thankfully I have found something. Because Aussie Bum used to do this colour, but they stopped doing it for some reason. They recently brought it back as a classic edition. There is one label that should just come off. Hang on. Right, I'm supposed to cut that label off. I'll just put that aside for now, but we'll check to make sure I haven't actually ripped anything. I just want to see what the chat has said so far about this. But I might not be able to wear this particular pair because European cons have to stay to think, well, they don't really allow underwear in public con spaces. But some people at a couple of people I did see at the last Confuzzle did do this. But and I've actually yet to try these on. So I do have some different underwear that I'm planning on wearing with this. That I ordered the other day, so I'm just seeing how that goes down. But in the meantime, since I haven't actually put this on, and I really cannot wait to see how this costume goes down. Hope get these. Bear with me, guys. I'll be. Right, let's over one leg. Try and get it through the other one. I love it. Right. Because I haven't properly pulled them up yet. Right, so I guess this is kind of the big reveal. Well, the big reveal is actually going to be when I put the whole thing on. But hang on. Oh God. Right. So right, this is it. Moment of truth. Because the eye mask doesn't quite as fit as well as I wanted it to. But I guess it will have to let's pull these up and see how this looks. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. that's that's actually incredible. Let's give it a little quick turn around. So, wow. Am I just because I'm able to put them up a little bit more? Probably not. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get, but. So yeah, I guess you can call me Supergirl. Oh boy, I'm actually. It feels so good to finally, but it's actually good to wear something that's that matches my blue for once. And actually, I might want to cut the stream off because just after this, because I want to make time to get some photos with these on, because I've been after something for a while that I won't get any photos yet with the with this costume on, because I want to wear the boots with this. But I just want to see what the chat has been saying about this. How's it look? It's Captain. I see the connection there, but the funny story about this is I do actually want to write a book involving this costume. I do want somebody to kind of like illustrate this, but I do have a story in mind, and it's not going to be like your typical underdog story that tries to be a superhero. It's going to have quite a complex storyline to it, and there's a lot to unpack. But it's basically going to be like some kind of like fictional biography, like a fictional story about myself and how I don't like superheroes. I'm not a fan of superheroes, but I ended up becoming a superhero after a superhero that the city already has doesn't stop fighting until I am the new superhero. It was kind of hard to break down the story the simplest I can, because I don't want it to be like a sort of simple story that's been told hundreds of times before. But what's your superpower? The superpower, there will be a backstory behind that. But the superpower being is that I have chemicals injected into my body that gives me the ability to fly, super strength. Probably won't, because I wouldn't want laser eyes, because if they go off at the wrong time, then that's going to be pretty. But I haven't really got the full powers in mind. But actually I just realised I paused the stream on the phone, so I haven't got the chance to see how well this actually looks. Hang on, just give me a moment. Oh wow. I mean, the cape I know is a bit of a mess, but once I'm gonna try and work on this a bit more. But the cape should look a lot neater when it's finished, because it is a bit uneven at the moment. The way it hits, it's visible on one side, but not so much on the other. Actually, that looks a lot. But also the cape should be a lot longer down the back of my body. So, actually, just I'm so happy that I'm actually finally able to pull this off, because it's an idea that I've had in my mind ever since the closing ceremony of the Last Confuzzles. I've wanted to pull this off ever since then. So this has been quite a while in the making, this costume idea, and I love this. I just want to see how long I've actually been going on for the stream for. I've been going on for about, let's see, nearly an hour. Given the total length that I've been going on for, I'm probably going to think about ending the stream. Actually, what is the time? I just want to check what the time is first. Okay, it's nearly 22 midnight. So thinking about it, I'm actually going to replace the camera, or the iPad rather. But because I want to get some tips on, because I want to be, because I've got quite a bit of a busy next couple of days. Because I've got so much stuff I'm behind on that I want to get behind, and actually the eye mask does look a bit unneat. But I'm just going to see the comments on here because they tend to fade and then just disappear in case I've missed anything. So, no, it wasn't the confuzzled theme that inspired the story. I basically, when I first got my sneakers, I kind of drafted up this costume idea where I just basically got a towel from the cupboard, just slipped on some underwear, and kind of see what I'm packing. I think there's some people, actually I'll point it, I might want to point it up a little more. I think some people may have already seen it, what I was intending to do with this, but I might do a little sneak preview for tonight to show what it is that I do want to do. But without, I kind of need to sort out something with the cape because I've got like a button system that I want to place onto it. But despite the absolutely terrible circumstances that happened with the stream to start off with, this one has actually been going pretty well. Considering not actually that bad for a stream on an iPad, of all things. I tried hard to get it through because I made my PC the very first thing I wanted to stream on, but OBS was being a nightmare, couldn't get that working properly, and then all of a sudden audio issues happened on stream, and the PC has been a bit slow and laggy, and I haven't actually had that for very long. So I want to look into any upgrades that I'm able to get because it's actually a Lenovo all-in-one. I'm going to look and see if I can get anything for that. But I'm going to leave it going for a bit. But in advance, thank you all so much for coming into the stream and celebrating the anniversary of this fluff or the fur arriving, because I've not looked the same ever since, and I've never looked back ever since. Although circumstance with my maker, I will probably leave that for another video because there's a lot to say I have from recent experiences I've had with them. But I'm not going to comment on that massive for now because I've been going on for an hour and 3 minutes on this stream alone, but I have definitely been streaming for a lot longer than that. But all in all, yeah, seeing the time now because there's some other stuff that I do want to do. Thank you guys all so much for coming into the stream and celebrating the time. I know I had a very rocky start with everything that happened, but I'm definitely going to think about ending it literally right now because I just want to get a few stuff away before I shower and get some sleep, or at least try to. But I just want to thank every single one of you for joining me. There was one other comment. Was that anytime? Yeah. But this has been Harry Husky. I do want to try and get up to it, but I have got a video already filmed that I've yet to release. But over the next few days, I'm going to try and get some more stuff, especially done for TikTok, because I've not done anything for there. But to the 7 people that have remained, thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye. Mwah. Right, now to end this.